Guys, welcome back to another exciting video of Math with Addy. So we're still going to be looking at solving quadratic equations, but in this video, we're going to be using the quadratic formula. So let's get into today's video. Math with Addy. In the previous video, we looked at solving quadratic equations, but that time we used the completing the squares method. Now, in this video, we're going to use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is simply used to solve quadratic equations where factors cannot be found and in cases where it is not possible to factorize an expression. So we have this general form of a quadratic equation over here. So if we were to use the completing squares method on this expression, it would give us the quadratic formula. So if you do not know how to use the completing the squares method, you can check this video right over here, which can help you a lot. So let's try doing that. So when we use the equation, the completing the squares method, so it will be ax. So since it's ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So the first thing we do is make x alone. So we're going to divide by a, here by a, here by a. Then we'll cancel this, and then it will be like that. Then we're going to say x squared plus bx over a, and then the c over 8 goes to the other side of the equation. So it's now going to be negative c over a. Okay, and then what do we do next? We introduce the sets of brackets like this, and then we're going to say x plus, then we're going to divide this by 2, b over a divide by 2. So b over a divided by 2 is b over 2a squared, and then we're going to say minus c over a this side, and if we do something here, we also have to introduce the other side. So we're going to say plus b over 2a, and then we're going to square this expression. So now we're going to expand this. So if we'll do this part later. Let's expand this. So negative c over a. So expanding this would become b squared over 4a squared. Then we can solve this with fractions. So here the common denominator is 4a squared. Then we're going to say a into 4a squared. So a into 4a squared is simply 4a. So then we're going to say 4a times negative c. So 4a times negative c is negative 4ac. Then we're going to say 4a squared into 4a squared is 1. 1 times that will be b squared. Now, let's write this into a form where we can't have this negative. So it's going to be the same as b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. You see what I've done? I've just switched these two. Then after this, so now x plus b over 2 squared is equal to this. So what do we do after that? Now we have to square root both sides to get rid of that square. So this would cancel with this. And then we're going to have the square root of this. So this simply means the square root of the top part and the square root of the bottom part. Now on the top part, since we have b squared minus 4ac, we can't do that. So we're going to write it in this form. So we're going to say x plus b over 2a is equal to, so we're just going to say the square root of, oh, by the way, before we say the square root of that, we have to know the square root of this thing will obviously be a positive or minus thing. So now we're going to keep this positive thing, that positive and minus over here. And then after that, now we're going to say the square root of b squared minus 4ac over, okay? So now the square root of 4a squared is 2a. You see what I've done there? I squared this part. So now this part I only left the square on top, but down I could square it. Now if we square this, it's obviously going to give us a positive or minus number. Now after this, we're going to make x the subject of the formula. So we're going to say x is equal to this, will go that side. Then it's going to become negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, this part, the denominators are the same, okay? So this is 2a, not 29. The denominators are the same. So we're just going to simply write x is equal to negative b positive or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, right, over 2a. So that's the quadratic formula derived from the completing the square method. So here's our equation. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That is the formula you use to solve quadratic equations when you can neither factorize, find the factors, or do whatever you want to do. So yeah. Now, let's have a little question to answer using this equation. So, we have this equation. Let's solve it with the quadratic formula. So, we know it's x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So now I'm just simply going to substitute. So our b here, so we just have to know this is our a, the variable here is our a, okay? This is our b, this is our c. Yeah, so we're going to substitute. So our negative b is negative 2. So since there's a negative and there's a negative there, it will become a positive. So it will become 2 plus the square root of b squared again is that. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Minus 4. Our a is 1. Our c is negative 15. So 1 times negative 15 is negative 15. This will be over 2a. So 2 times a, which is 1, which is simply 2. So now we're going to continue this. Let's just bring this down. Yeah, so this is simply going to be 2 plus the square root of, so this will give us a positive because there are two negatives. Now we're going to say 4 times 15. 4 times 15 is 60. So it will be 4 plus 60. So 4 plus 60 is 64. So we'll say 64 over 2. Now, x will be equal to, so first we're going to say 2 plus the square root of 64. The square root of 64 is 8. So 2 plus 8 is what? 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So x is equal to 5, or 2 minus the square root of 64 is 8. So 2 minus 8 is going to give us what? Negative 6. Negative 6 divided by 2 is going to give us negative 3. So the answers here, the roots of x, are 5 and negative 3. That is how we use the quadratic formula. So if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with others. And by the way, thank you guys for helping us reach more than 100 subscribers. I really appreciate that. So continue watching my videos, sharing them, liking them, and mastering math with Addy. And if you want to know more about quadratic equations or maybe coordinate geometry, check these videos right here, and I'll see you in the next video.